Right.
No,
I
I'll do
don't know
it.
what you were trying to say.
I'll do it because you're all terrible.
No,
Good
we're
morning, good
not.
evening. Good morning,
Guys,
good
we are
evening, night.
live.
Oh yeah, I know.
I know.
Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you happen to be. This is the scene for the living world of darkness rage across New York venue. In this scene, Hotfix is basically dragged Double Tap back to his apartment for Double Tap to actually like shower and such, because for the most part, Double Tap has been like sitting by the tree cleaning weapons. um, um, After last night's pretty messed up attack. And I believe the lovely Princess Ophelia has been invited to Hotfix's apartment. So
Princess.
she,
Really?
oh,
Yep.
that Queen Ophelia.
Oh, God, no. Hell no.
Has,
Yeah, she would have sent a text to both Hotfix and Double Tap if she has their numbers. I think she does. Basically saying, I believe we still need to talk. Where are you guys?
No,
She has a few out.
Double Tap is in the shower.
Hotfix will answer the message with get to this address. You can go straight up. The door will be open.
Okay.
Only 10 minutes from this mark onwards, and he will put a time down. If you don't make it on that time, you're done.
Okay, you know what? Let's for fuck's sake make a drive roll on this, because that would be hilarious. Shortest
She like
fucking scene ever.
she like crashes. Fucking have to call in an ST.
Well,
like what happened?
The bad thing is because of events, I am running with that great battle scar, which gives me 1 die less on my dex. And since you need to make a dex drive, that gives me.
You know you can call a fucking taxi. It's New York.
Of course not. I can drive myself.
Yeah, she did
Kinda.
make it.
I
She
make
did
it.
make it roughly on
You
time.
made it. You made
Yeah.
it. You opened the
She
front
has
door.
like a minute left. Just a minute, not too much. She's contemplating running across the street for coffee, but it's like, nah, let's not test patience here. She'll go up.
And as soon as she crosses the door, she will hear a little beep, and trumpets will sound from the back speakers, and Hotfix from his chair will just go, "Ladies and gentlemen, her lordship, Lady Ophelia the Campbell, has entered the room. Everyone bow to the greatness of the Silver Fangs." And he bows a little bit.
Ophelia will count down from 10.
And Hotfix will, stop the recording, turn to Double Tap. Told you it would be nice to make a run around.
Just like if she winds up stabbing you, I may or may not stop her. I'm just gonna give you that.
Well, I'm glad there is a maybe in the sentence. Not that definitely I will let her stab you to death. But what can myself and my downtrodden alpha here do for you, Your Grace, Your Lordship, Lady of the Northern Kingdoms?
Hey, Netflix, that's more than enough, don't you think?
And he will look at a book that might or might not be 1,000 forms how to refer yourself to royalty, and he will go like, right, and he will move the book out of the table.
Hotfix, she's here on business.
Right. Aren't we always on business?
Of course, I'm just a dick.
Yeah, I know.
He's
And Ophelia will sit down, random chair, crosses her legs and her arms probably as she stares at the two of them for a little bit.
Coffee, tea, the blood of the innocent.
I've had the
Double
last
tap
one, and
actually
it's
does
not
stop
that
a lot.
good as it actually says in the books. So I'll take coffee.
Can I
Okay.
can I get one as well, Hotfix, please?
Yeah, sure. He will pop up. He will move a couple of cups in the other side of the kitchen, brought them back.
He seems to be have a. She could probably tell that Hotfix is. I'm sorry, that Double Tap is probably wounded, and so like when he walks, he's like super slow. He's not, so he's not moving much, and his eyes look like they're lower than they usually are, but they're not closed. Like she can definitely tell they're open, and he seems to sort of be like in a reclining position slightly.
Hotfix will place the 3 coffee cups and he will sit down again. Nasty battle yesterday, from what I've heard.
Sorry, couldn't be there. Was either Ping or me. One of us had to keep an eye on our cargo.
Yeah, don't worry. I
What
was
happened?
busy also. I was tracking someone around New York.
He doesn't.
What
He
happened?
actually. Oh, sorry. No, sorry. Double Tap looks at. He kind of gives a look between both of you, but doesn't say anything.
He will look at Double
Fine.
Tap. If you need to say something, say it. Don't go Silver Fangy on me. And he will look at the thing and go like, this is no offense intention. It's something personal.
It's more of a.
And she smiles.
every time she counts, I fucking crack up. All right, sorry. He just looks at both of you and goes, "We could have probably used more experienced Garu than we had."
Who the hell tells you that I'm experienced in battle? I, get behind my target, shoot them a couple of times in the head, and I move onwards to get some coffee and a donut.
So you were there, Double Tap. What happened?
It was a clusterfuck, mostly. I mean, you can go to Chloe for a real telling of the actual battle and how it worked. And I'm not really a philodox to be telling tales like that, but tactically speaking, I believe it was a clusterfuck.
Who won? Who lost? Who died?
Oh, I mean, if we didn't win, we'd all be dead. It was an assault against the tree, man. Like
What tree?
Yggdrasil. Well,
The
the one
life
in the
tree.
Bronx. Yeah, it's the world tree.
Ah, okay. I've heard something about that, but
Yeah, well, apparently every fucking pattern spider in the Bronx decided it was a good time to try to make a meal of her. And,
right.
yeah, they calcified every fucking spirit they possibly could and then tried to calcify her. And if we hadn't shown up pretty much when we did, she would have died. And who the fuck knows what that would have done to the rest of reality. I mean, she's apparently connected everywhere. So, yeah.
Willpower roll and a subterfuge roll. That one's good.
Are you hiding emotions?
Oh God, yes.
Don't hide your emotions from me.
Good luck seeing through them.
Yeah. At this point, he doesn't even give a shit. He's too hurt up to even look.
Hotfix will, throw himself over his chairs. He's stretching himself. So every frigging spider in the Bronx decided to calcify the life tree. They see it as an anomaly.
It was mostly like the little shithead spiders. Although we did fight a hunter. We fought this big orb thing. I don't know what it was, but every time we hit it, spiders came out.
Hmm.
And then a couple people got themselves calcified, up to and including Ping. Although we managed to get them out in time, I guess.
You said a couple people.
It was Ping. It was John. Wait, no, not John.
Victor.
It, no, Victor wasn't there.
Ah,
Damn it! I'm trying to remember the character's name. The
what's
cop,
the?
the Silver Fang cop.
Oh, Jacob.
Jacob.
Well, that's actually the way he would mention it. Is the Silver Fang cop?
He's not a silver fang yet. Cubs don't belong to a tribe.
That's very old-fashioned, but he will look at all that. Who else?
And
Did we lose
well,
someone?
Chloe. Yeah. And
Oh.
he kind of takes a really deep sip of his coffee at that point, and
And
he sort of keeps his eyes on his coffee as he puts it down, and he's like, "Yeah, we
Hotfix will look up. Who did we lost?
Gabriel."
Oh.
Yeah.
Good
That
job.
sucks.
He will be sorely missed.
Yeah.
He will be.
Now, back to business, and he will turn around and look at Ophelia.
Before
actually-
business.
Sorry.
No, go on.
Oh no, you guys would see, and you would all. Well, Hotfix would definitely know that he's never actually seen Double Tap light up a cigarette before, like an actual cigarette. And like he pulls out like an actual cigarette and just pops it into his mouth and lights it. You can see like weird little puffs of what look like maybe smoke rising from the wounds.
Double tap. Get yourself fixed.
I am fixed.
You're
I don't know.
not.
This should take what? A day to heal? A week?
It's a glass walker thing.
It's three.
Ophelia.
It's what? 3 ag. How long does 3 ag take to heal?
It will take a couple of days.
Yeah. I'll be all right.
I'm sure you are. But if we have a fight tomorrow, you need to be in a good condition as well. Also, I think it is. I think Tori should be informed about this. He's very capable of dealing with spiders.
Oh, I'm sure Chloe has told everybody in the goddamn set by now. I'm actually surprised you guys didn't know.
I already knew. I'm just playing smart out here. And if there is a battle tomorrow, I will have Double Tap on a rooftop with a sniper rifle.
Well, it's more of a... And he actually pulls out the little charm thing for a guy's breath. He's like, I'll use it if I need it. And he puts it back in his... He puts it like back into his pocket.
Good
That's
Alpha. Now, sip your coffee.
He's kind of sipping his coffee every so often. All right, keep going.
So, I came here because I believe the three of us, still have some unfinished business.
Oh, yeah, we do. How's that kinfolk doing?
He's fine. Now, you seem to have the feeling that I did not take heed on your advices, that I didn't listen to them.
He looks
The
at...
king went running to you and starts spilling the soup.
You told me there and then. There's nothing wrong with my ears. I can hear comments.
Double Tap looks at Hotfix. And he just...
So,
Still sort of leaning back in the chair. And he goes, Raya, is rank an issue in this matter? And he looks at her. He's not giving her a stare down, but she can tell that like he's looking at her nose in like a very intense way. Because he's not meeting her gaze. He's definitely like operating within bounds of propriety, but his eyes are very intense.
So
I'm giving you the option here to put your grievances before me.
we don't say that, people doesn't want to listen to the Ura in the Sept when it's Ura business. But that tends to happen. We have no grievances with anyone. We are just, explaining things, telling things. He looked at Double Tap. Actually, I don't think neither my Alpha or me know much about the tech implanted on that kinfolk. Do we, Double Tap?
No, not the tech in and of itself. But the reason why we believe that eliminating that particular kinfolk is primarily because we have seen, we've heard tales of things that can heal like that, things that are implanted with that much technology. Usually they are some variant of Weaver's servant. And as a glasswalker, I I think I think that you would understand why the glasswalkers wish to purge as many full-on Weaver servants as possible. They already call us Ra because we happen to understand the city, allowing active Weaver servants within striking distance of our sept would be dishonorable in the extreme, Raya. And it gives her another look.
But for all I think, the kinfolk is still alive, and I suppose either conscient or well. Or am I wrong?
Why? Do you have an issue with that?
Neither. It's not my monkey. It's not my circus. It's not my monkey.
We were in an active combat situation, Raya. You made a choice. Yes. We're going to follow that choice. Whether we believe you.
Here was fighting yesterday. I was chasing some people that might be a problem to the sept. So those are our circus and our monkeys. But if you come here for something... No, that's not true. Oh, that's not true. Okay. Enlighten me.
The situation, the encounter that we've had with this kinfolk, the decision that I made, because you were there, it is your monkey, so to speak. You do have, as a tribe, a lot of knowledge about technology, about the Weaver, more than any of the other tribes. Don't mistake me for black members. I may follow a different path than you. That doesn't mean I disrespect yours.
Oh, no. Don't worry. We are used to disrespect. We just don't care at this point and age.
So then what is your problem?
I don't have any problem. I would have just shot the kinfolk and end that poor thing's life. But
it might still happen. That's why I've come to you for advice.
Oh boy. Advice. And he will, recline himself a little bit more. Okay. Fill me up.
With what? Vodka?
No, with information.
Right now, this is a matter that is very much out of my hands, mostly, as your tribe members have found ways to deal with it. As far as the sept is involved, the kin is no significance nor danger. I think but there was unfinished business between the three of us at that point, at that place. I could not listen to your advice or your words at that point. I made a decision, and I still think that it was the right one. However, that doesn't mean that I can't listen to your words now.
Okay. Let me see. In whose hands the kinfolk at the moment?
He's safe.
In whose hands? I didn't ask about if he was or not safe. I asked to who he belongs now.
He belongs to whom he did belong. But for now, he is in my care.
Mm-hmm.
It is a Fiona kinfolk.
And did he had that tech either removed or studied?
I would advise you to talk to your tribe members about this. They know more of exactly what has happened to him than I do. I just worry for your kinfolk who has been put in a position he should have never been in the first place.
Double
I
tap.
agree with that.
Double tap just sort of looks and goes, Raya, while I do not wish to
Yes.
speak ill of your tactical decisions, the issue that we face as glasswalkers is partially to eliminate Weaver threats. Even if some more of our more erstwhile kin have decided to embrace the Weaver wholeheartedly, that is not our job under Gaia. We did not disrespect you in a combat situation due to upholding the litany itself. And acting against the leader during wartime is in fact against the litany.
Mm-hmm.
And in that
This is why
situation,
I'm giving you the chance to speak up now.
well, we are still not acting against you, Raya. We are merely
I
stating.
know.
He kind of like he does that. You ever see that thing where you like tighten your jaw and like your little like the bone like the muscles on the side pop out a little bit? You see that happen. And he goes, Raya, that I feel that tactically speaking, exposure creates additional risk. We could have isolated him if you did not want him dead, and we could have kept him safe in a glasswalker safe house of some variety. You exposing him potentially to others or to yourself created more of an issue. If I was infected by the Weaver, I would
I would
beg.
have already shot you.
And he actually just, after he says that, he just sort of points. We do not want that to become an issue for anyone else but ourselves. This is not
What
this is not manly pride speaking, ma'am. This is us attempting to preserve as many Gauru as possible.
what double tap here means is that you know more of Weaver Taint than us. Worm Taint, sorry. Worm Taint
I was gonna
is
say what?
insidious. Worm Taint is insidious, deadly, but reeks, and it tends to leave a mark on those who infects. The Weaver, she works in other ways. She's seductive. She's tempting. More than I would risk to say more than the worm to humans.
There's a reason they're fucking covered in it.
Yeah, that's a reason.
Very well. I understand your words. I'm sorry, Hotfix, you had more.
Yeah, but I don't want the king dead. As I already told to Ping last week.
And he's like starts holding his chest.
But I would recommend to take him to an expert. I don't know any glasswalker expert on this kind of tech in the city.
Yeah, me fucking either, which sucks.
We might need to go in for outside help. Maybe someone of the lady boss. And he looks at Double Tap.
Oh God. Okay. And he just kind of
Hey,
you see a reserved look on his face.
and he just go, hey, her deed name, it's her deed name because of reasons.
I know. I'm not disrespecting.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I do understand your words, and I will be the first to admit that the Glasswalkers know way more about the Weaver than I will probably ever know. I have worked on multiple occasions with Aaron, and some parts of his personality infuriates me. I find his knowledge and his way of working both intriguing and what's the right word for it?
Ball breaking.
Hot fix.
Hey, I love Aaron, but he's a douchebag.
He can be, but he knows what he does.
Double Tap tries to come up with an answer and cannot. He tries to defend Aaron and just fails.
I have a very great respect for Aaron, and he gets the job done. His ego is something that's, well, I think more than one of us suffer from an ego one way or another. She looks at Hotfix for that.
Contempt of the court ego could be, made to a new measure standard.
The decision I made at that point was there was a battle going on all around us. We were fighting the Weaver.
Your decision, Raya, was...
I would like to explain my decision.
Raya, you don't need to explain because your decision was the correct one. Pam, pam, pam! Yes. You
She
were
raises
right.
an eyebrow.
You were right. You were right. Even though termination would have been another way to solve this, I wouldn't have enough time to exercise the tech from him and take it back home. So
Besides
we
the
have...
fact that if we would have shot the kinfolk, it would have created more noise than we had done so far, which might have attracted unwanted attention.
We have silencers.
Well,
that is very useful, but still, a body dropping makes more sounds than some of us walking around.
Raya, everyone was dead inside there. Torn from limb to limb.
At that point, there was still a threat. We had not seen every part of the building.
True.
Good point. But yeah, okay. Go ahead, Double.
Oh, no, I mean, I agree. We hadn't seen the rest of the building yet. We'd only seen the floor that we'd been on. While we were a full pack, well, damn near 2 full packs there, I do understand the need for that particular mission to have been stealthy. I also feel that your decision was the most, and it kind of gives her a look and goes, it was more compassionate than one I would have made.
Yes, I think a lot of people in the nation don't usually go for the most compassionate way, and in ways, I think this sept is an exception on many unwritten rules, and possibly even written rules of the nation. Were it someone else, especially from my pack, I don't expect Kin would have survived. I've come to learn that we look at our possible resources. It's Kin. At that point, he was functioning, talking, seemed to have all the senses about him. And up until so far, he has proven that he is, in fact. However, a lot of things still need to be rooted out. But as said, your tribe knows more about that, and I just take care of him at this point until he's made a decision.
I would. Were you asking me what I would recommend in this situation? I would ask that you minimize contact with him as best you can while still keeping up the appearance of hospitality. And the reason for this is if he is a drone, if he is some agent of the Weaver, you appearing to give him what he needs and what he wants will keep him docile. We will study him, or I guess Ping and Aaron, and he looks over Hotfix. We'll study him.
We will study him. We will study him also because Ping and Aaron might be smart, but the four of us together are unbeatable.
As I said, we will review the situation from our perspective, and then issue you any details we find.
And of course, if the reason comes to be, we will send you a termination order that you and some other high-ranking people will need to sign up and seal up, so we can fix it and send it back to headquarters. And he went like full Glasswalker on that. And Double Tap understands the meaning of that shit.
He totally knows. That's why he chuckled, because he knows.
There is a very polite smile on Ophelia's face as she nods. I'm sure you will.
And Hofix just looks at her and go like, eh.
Throw them bones. If you're trying to P&E, you better roll them dice.
He's not trying to P&E because he's so completely and totally fooled by Ophelia every time that he's slowly getting burned in his mind that he cannot get a fucking derailment on her.
Oh, watch her fail. I had a scene with Pig where all my subterfuge dice failed every time. It was terrible.
He will just go like, yeah, I will build you. I will write the order just in case later. What do we know about this skin?
He belongs to Fiona.
Fiona, yeah, they do claim him.
I have not spoken to his sister, or have I spoken to Chases?
His sister, the cub you mentioned.
Yes.
The cub doesn't have any kind of voice or vote in this. She's not yet part of the nation.
When it comes to claiming him, you are absolutely right. When it comes to her being able to talk to her brother, I would say she has a voice.
I would recommend that that should not happen.
We have webcams.
I would extremely say no, because that's kind of start building emotional bonds within people, and then you shooting someone's brother to death might carry a little bit of grief and hard feelings afterward. Just saying.
It's more
might be a thing.
This is again an issue of containment. We do not want him to be potentially exposing another kinfolk to whatever taint may be inside him.
Or even God,
Agaru.
Or even God forbid it, Agaru.
I think this is something for the Fiona to discuss.
I definitely understand, although from what I've heard of the Fiona, they're going to be a lot more ruthless than I would have been.
Oh boy,
that
yeah.
might very well be the case.
Who's the highest ranking Fiona?
Chases the Storm. He is our right master.
We need to go to him and present the tainted kin to him.
Do not bring that fucking thing on Sept.
It is not going on Sept, I can assure you.
Well, no, he was talking to Hotfix.
He will go like,
I
no
know.
shit.
Ophelia was
He's just going, fuck no, I'm going to take, a picture of him, a picture of his chest, and then show it to him.
Mm.
I'll probably call it a week.
Okay, just in case.
We will see. As said, I think what happens to him if he is no longer a threat to the nation, what in the end will happen to him is as much a choice as to Fiona, maybe even more so, as it is. I think you would need to, or your tribe would need to get together with the Fiona. In this case, I am not, but someone who, I guess, meddles with this situation. I like to meddle. I'm meddlesome.
I'd just be personally worried that, well, he actually thinks for a second.
I would just recommend relocation.
If possible. If there's another location you can keep him in that's more secure, and it's just for now. It's just until we speak with Chases the Storm. And once
At this point, he
Chases,
is at a safe location and he might get moved soon. If
As
he
long as-
moves, it would be to one of your tribe's places, so I'm sure that will be some reassurance to you.
I still hold, Raya, that we feel that you made the correct tactical decision based on what you saw and felt at the time. Considering some of the actions that were taken recently, I would have rather had your decision than someone else's in this particular manner.
And of course, that will be duly noted, appointed, scripted, and sent back to headquarters. And he smiles. And Delta, you know the smile. You know what headquarters is he talking about.
Yep, this is bad. It's bad, okay. Anyway, but he just at that point he's just like, Hotfix, fucking stop it. They'll hear about it in full. They'll hear about it in full. Ugh.
Nope,
Stopping a
nope.
wanker, I'm hurt.
No. You know what? I'm going to give that inform personally to headquarters. I will drive all the way if I need to do so.
You're such a dick. Ow. He's just sitting there like lightly bleeding through his shirt, just like, you're such a dick. Ow.
Hey, you are staining my chairs.
Hashtag deal with it, wanker.
Drop your bodily fluids elsewhere.
Do not make me shoot you in the face. I'm finally comfortable after about 24 hours of being awake. I will shoot you.
I will ask Maria to take you home later. She's deaf, so don't speak to her.
Wait, what?
Kinfolk, doesn't matter.
Okay. Anyway, I believe this is the conclusion of business, yes? He looks at the involved. The sort of practiced hand of a lawyer. He's just like,
Hopefully, I will not. Her face will still be Silverfang Stoneface.
he looks at Hotfix. If you have no other business.
Nah.
I have one more piece of business, actually. I just wanted to tell you, Raya, that your information was very, very helpful, and we wish we will at some point be working toward tracking down the Ape Club. They are remarkably hard to find. They do what we do, and honestly, I don't think it's as good as what we do, but damn good. So we will hopefully be hunting. We will hopefully be hunting them down and bringing them to Gaia's justice as soon as we can.
And by
been
Gaia's
involved with them.
justice, we mean a swift execution.
Shut up, hotfix. Jesus fucking Christ.
I've been involved in their situation, or well, their situations, for over a year now. As far as I'm concerned, I still do not know fully well where they are standing. I think they are on no one's side, because no one is on their side, but it might very well be that they have fallen in love with either the Weaver or the Worm.
I found a very interesting clue about them. I still need to go and rob it from a, graveyard.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's.
It's a corpse!
It's not a corpse. It's an urn, you idiot. That's not the same thing.
It used to be a corpse!
I will put even money though on if we test that. If we test the contents of that urn, it is not going to be that person. I can almost guarantee it. Also, we have to connect to one of the buildings, so you have to do that drive-by.
Yep. Fix up yourself first, then we can do it. They have been here for a century at least. They are not going anywhere. Probably the Sept of the Green is going to implode before they go anywhere.
I hope not. But yes, I know that they've been around for a long time. I believe at least like 1930s.
From all information I got, the first financial acquisition was made a century ago.
1910s even. Wow.
And that's the first paper trail I found. Probably they have been here for a long time before that.
Might very well be. Well, if you need any assistance, you can always ask. And
Do we have access to the Silver Fund money flow?
sweetheart, I don't even have access to that.
No, speaking of, I need to.
Oh well, I
I
tried.
need to speak with Raya Morningkill. Shit.
Oh, do you mean Deep Pockets Morning Kill?
He gives him a look of like, I will seriously murder you.
And he shoots the look back.
Are you?
Ophelia also gives him a look. This
Are
is
you-
the intimidation look.
He looks at Hotfix and goes, "Are you disrespecting Araya, sir?"
No, I'm saying that he has deep fucking pockets, and he looks at Ophelia and he turns his head all the other way. Oh, look, a butterfly!
Anyway, no, but part of the arrangement I was speaking of when I was in his office, the Wormfoe believes that bringing it in-house is a better idea. I agree, but using other people's money to make a lot of money sounds better to me. He shrugs.
I have too little knowledge about finances to say anything useful other than it sounds very tricky, and I would be afraid that there would still be a paper trail to us.
That's one of the reasons I didn't initially go to Ryan Morningkill, is because I don't want a paper trail leading to him. But
I know he has many personalities, so to say, on paper. I'm quite sure that would not be too much of an issue.
yeah,
But,
hopefully
well,
I'll be getting some of those personalities myself. And it gives her a look.
I'm afraid I have to do with the one that I left.
Yeah. You can hear like bones like kind of creaking as he like sits closer to Ford. Well,
You're going to bed now.
shut up, Hotfix.
And he,
No.
kind of approach his hand and slap him on the back of the neck. Bed now, you shit.
I'm gonna fucking shoot you, I swear to Christ. And he actually gets up and he starts wandering towards Hotfix's bedroom. Probably not the place where he wanted him to crash. But
And
he's just
he will
like,
go
"Fuck it."
like, If you bleed over the white dress, I'm shooting you on the asshole.
I've already got a hole there, I think. He just goes to bed.
And he turns around
Right.
to Ophelia.
I will leave you to your
Asshole shooting?
that is a way of saying it, I guess.
There are many ways to say it, princess.
Right.
Are you really a princess? Because I know I have called you that way before, but I don't know how that works.
My mother is a queen.
Oh, okay. Send my regards to Her Royal Highness. And he doesn't mean disrespect with that.
No, she knows. She's like, I don't think that will be a good idea. I do not know where her current whereabouts are. She is probably running somewhere in Europe.
The situation in Europe is difficult at the moment. Even more difficult than here.
It has never been not difficult.
Well, I mean, like 200 Garu down might be a sign.
Mhm.
Do you want to stick up for dinner? I'm cooking chicken already.
It sounds delicious, but I am afraid I'll have to get back to my apartment.
Okay. The door is open, and he will look at the clock. At the wristwatch. You have like 26 seconds.
Okay. I will see you later.
Bye bye, 20.
She turns around and walks out.
And yeah, the door is open for the time being.
She's not going to hesitate. She's going to walk out, to her car, and drive all the way back to Long Island. It's a rental car, by the way. It's not hers. Unless the two of you want to work out some marriage issues, I think we're going to call it a scene there.
Nah, I think we're good. Double tap is
Okay.
knocked the fuck out.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Hotfix was, thinking of, following Ophelia's car, but it's too late and his chicken might burn, so not tonight, sadly.
Well, that was it. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching, and we will see you again in the World of Darkness. Good night.